Chapter 13 Space Science. We all know that the Earth is one of the planets of the solar system and probably the only planet that supports life. Let us learn more about the solar system here.
Solar System. The solar system consists of the Sun with planets that move or orbit around it. Apart from this, the solar system also consists of dwarf planets in orbits around the Sun, moons or satellites in orbit around most of the planets, comets and asteroids that orbit around the Sun as well. Sun. The Sun is a star located at the center of the solar system. The Sun is a huge ball of hot, glowing gases. Life on Earth would not have been possible without the energy of the Sun. It is the biggest source of light and heat energy. Planets. There are 8 planets in the solar system. Starting with Mercury, the planet closest to the Sun. The planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. What keeps the planets in orbit around the Sun? It's a force. All objects are attracted towards each other by the force of gravity. It is actually the gravitational force between the Sun and planets that keeps the planets in their orbit. The table below provides information about the 8 planets. Planets. Features. Mercury, smallest planet in the solar system. It is slightly larger than the Earth's moon. It is the planet closest to the Sun. Temperatures on Mercury's surface can reach 430 degrees Celsius.
However, since Mercury does not have an atmosphere to trap the heat, temperatures at night can drop to as low as 170 degrees Celsius.
The length of one Mercury day is equal to 58.646 Earth days. It does not have any moons. Venus, only a little smaller than the Earth in size. One Venus day is about 117 Earth days long. Venus spins backwards when compared to the other planets, so the Sun rises in the west and sets in the east on Venus. Venus has no moons. Earth, it is the 3rd planet from the Sun. The Earth has one moon. The Earth's atmosphere is made up of 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 1% other gases and particles. The perfect balance for us to breathe and live. Mars. Mars is often referred to as the red planet because iron minerals in its soil rust, causing the soil and the atmosphere to appear red. Mars has 2 moons named Phobos and Deimos. It is home to the largest volcanic mountain in the solar system, Olympus Mons. The planet also experiences huge dust storms. Jupiter. It is the largest planet. If it had been about 8 times more massive, it would have become a star rather than a planet. While Io, Europa, Ganymede and Callisto are Jupiter's 4 largest moons, the planet has many more natural satellites. It has rings. Saturn. Saturn has the most wonderful ring system of all the planets and is referred to as the ringed planet. Its rings are made up of ice, rocks and dust. Its largest satellite, Titan, is a bit bigger than the planet Mercury. Uranus. It is a bright blue-green planet. Uranus has faint rings. Uranus rotates on its side or spins horizontally. Neptune. Neptune is the 8th planet from the Sun. It has 13 known moons. Triton is its largest moon. Dwarf Planet. Dwarf planets are the celestial bodies which revolve around the Sun but are neither large enough to be considered as planets nor small enough to be considered as comets or asteroids. Pluto. Till recently, Pluto was considered as the 9th planet of the solar system, but on 24 August 2006, The International Astronomical Union (IAU) redefined the word planet, as a result of which Pluto was demoted from the status of planet. It is now considered as a dwarf planet. Other known dwarf planets of the solar system are Ceres, Eris, Makemake, and Haumea. Satellites. Satellites are bodies revolving around a planet. Moon is the Earth's only natural satellite. It doesn't have any light of its own, but it is the second brightest object in the sky after the sun. It reflects the light from the sun. The Earth's moon is the fifth largest satellite in the solar system. The day in moon is very hot and the night is very cold. Moon doesn't have any atmosphere. The changing shapes of the moon in the night sky through a month are called phases of the moon. The names of these phases are new moon, waxing crescent, first quarter, waxing gibbous, full moon, waning gibbous, third quarter, and waning crescent. The human-made objects that revolve around the Earth and other celestial bodies are called artificial satellites. Comets and asteroids. Comets are balls of ice and dust in orbit around the Sun. Asteroids are rocky objects, smaller than planets. Most of them are located in an asteroid belt in orbit around the Sun between Mars and Jupiter. Earth, the planet of life. The presence of water, air, soil, and adequate temperature makes Earth the planet of life. Structure of the Earth. The Earth is made up of 4 distinct layers. The inner core, it is at the center and is the hottest part of the Earth. It is solid. The outer core, this is the layer surrounding the inner core. It is a liquid layer. The mantle, the widest section of the Earth. The mantle is made up of semi-molten rock called magma. In the upper parts of the mantle, the rock is hard, but lower down the rock becomes soft and starts melting. The crust, this is the solid rock outer layer of the Earth upon which we live. What causes day and night on Earth? We know that the planets also spin or rotate about their own imaginary axis as they orbit around the Sun. Different planets take different span of time to rotate one complete round about their axis. The Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. That makes an Earth day 24 hours long. As the Earth rotates, the Sun lights up one half of it while the other half remains in shadow. It is day in our country when our part of the planet is lit by the Sun. It is night when our part of the planet faces away from the Sun. What causes the changing seasons on Earth? The Earth rotates on an axis that is tilted, so planet Earth never stands upright. It is always leaning to the side. The direction of this lean never changes. The Earth revolves around the Sun. As the Earth travels along its orbit, it sometimes leans toward the Sun and sometimes away from the Sun. If a country is in the northern hemisphere, it is located on the part of the Earth that is towards the north of the equator. When the northern hemisphere is tilted towards the Sun, the countries in the northern hemisphere would have summer. When the northern hemisphere is tilted away from the Sun, the countries located there would experience winter. When the northern hemisphere experiences winter, the southern hemisphere experiences summer. The Earth takes 365 days and 6 hours to complete one revolution. This time period is also known as one solar year.